JD Chats here in downtown Toronto, here with producer of A Good Death, Pim Wallis De Vries. What was the inspiration behind the making of this film?
Well, a friend of mine died by euthanasia, and the night before he died, he said farewell to his friends, and it made such an impression. It was a crazy night with drinking, laughing, crying all together, and saying farewell because the next day he would die. And that made such an impact on me that I decided that this has to be the subject for a film.
And it was initially a play. What was the process like adapting the play into a film?
Well, it was hard because we didn't have very much experience in film, but the cast is exactly the same as the cast on stage, so they knew the story so well that they easily could adapt it, and apart from that they were very trained film actors, so that they easily made the step from play to film.
How did you come up with the title A Good Death?
A Good Death, that's good that you ask it to me, because it is simply the literally translation of the word euthanasia. It's from Greek, euthanatos, and well, it means good death. And in Holland, when you speak about the phenomenon euthanasia, you speak now and then about a good death. It doesn't pretend that this is a good death, because what is a good death? It's just the translation.
And you've screened in the Netherlands and also here in North America at the Montreal World Film Festival. How have the audience's reactions differed between the two continents?
Well, that's a long story, because in Holland, one of the few countries in the world, it's not illegal to do it like that, euthanasia. And here people say, oh, we have such terrible stories around us, but it's still illegal to do that. So that's a world of difference how people react, yes.
And when you were making the film, there are so many different emotions that the actors go through. How did you get those responses out of them on set?
Well, they had been through it already 120 times on stage, so then it's just professional work what they're doing, and the real emotions were most of all in the rehearsing process for the play. Yes.
And in terms of the blocking, was it very similar from the play to the film?
The blocking, yeah. Sorry?
As in like their physicality and the things that they did, or was it very much the same?
Well, the great difference between playing on stage and for the camera is that you have, every now and then you stop with the camera. And on stage it's 1.5 hours from the first moment till the last moment. That asks for quite another technique and let's say breathe to go from A to Z.
Absolutely. Yeah. And are there any audience reactions in particular, individuals that have come up to you that really stand out for you?
Well, there is a lot of crying all over, but a lot of laughing as well, happily enough, because without funny moments you couldn't bear this heavy story, so we put a lot of laughs in it. But well, the most impressive reaction was about a doctor who saw this film, and he had practiced a lot of euthanasia but never spoke to anybody, and he had just put all the emotions inside him. And when he saw this film, he cried for half an hour, and all the emotions came out. That made a lot of impression. Yeah.
Great. And where's the best place for people to find out more information on you and on the film as well online?
Well, I know that Dying with Dignity, that's an association here in favor of euthanasia. And I have to say, this film is not a propaganda or a commercial for euthanasia. It is in Holland it's a social reality, euthanasia, but it's still a difficult one. The dilemmas still remain, even if it's legally possible. It's still a very hard decision to do so, and that's what we wanted to show. And also you can, well, no, that's in Dutch. There are websites all over, but I think Dignity for Dying is very well for information.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much. Congratulations on an amazing film, and best of luck here in North America.
Thank you very much, Katie.
I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats here in downtown Toronto.